Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to explain what what are the types of HVDC system configurations. Actually, there are three types of HVDC links are there. First one monopolar, second one bipolar, third one homopolar. First one monopolar. In monopolar, it has only one conductor. If you look at this figure, HVDC system is always connected between the two AC networks, two AC buses. That means sending and side bus is sending and side network is called uh, converter rectifier station, and receiving and side network is called inverter station. That means at sending end step up transformers are used and receiving end step down transformers are used. In sending end rectifier converts the AC into DC, and receiving end inverter converts the DC into AC. If you look at this picture, monopolar link utilizes the only single conductor. That may be used as a negative or positive. Most of the cases that will be taken as a negative, and ground will be taken as a return path. In monopolar link, that is the main important. Ground will be acted as a return path for monopolar link. The return path is provided by either ground or water. Especially this type of system is used for submarine system. Especially this type of system is used for submarine systems where the water can be used as a return path. Use this system is mainly due to the cost consideration. The cost of the system is very less as compared to remaining two systems. Why? Because here only single conductor is used. A metallic return may be used where the earth resistivity is too high. A metallic return may be used as where the earth resistivity is too high. That means the ground is connected through system to metallic electrode. This configuration type is first step towards the bipolar link. This type of configuration is used to develop a bipolar link. If the occurrence of fault in line, the system cannot transmit the power. Why? Because we are using only single conductor. If fault occur in any line, it cannot transmit the power from sending end to receiving end. That is the main disadvantage. Next, we will go for second link, bipolar transmission network. Bipolar HVDC link. In bipolar HVDC link, in bipolar HVDC link, each terminal uses two same voltage rating of thyristors or bridges or walls. Each terminal has two converters of equal rated voltage connected in series on the DC side. The junction between the converter is grounded through electrode. Look at this picture. The junction between the two converters is grounded through electrode. If one pole is isolated due to the fault, the other pole can be operated with ground and carry half of the rated load. One more using overload capability of its converter line. Yes. In the event of occurrence of fault in any one line, the power can be transmitted to another healthy line with grounded return. That way, half of the power will be transmitted by using this type of system. In India, we are adapted this type of system only. Among the three systems, monopolar, bipolar, and homopolar, in India, this type of system is adapted. In any one pole, fault is occurs in any one pole, the power can be transmitted to healthy pole with grounded return. That's why half of the power will be transmitted to load side. That is the main advantage of this bipolar link. Next one, homopolar link. As already I told you, HVDC system is always connected in between the two AC networks, sending end side AC network and receiving end side AC network. Similarly, sending end side transformers are called step up transformers, and receiving end side transformers are called step down transformers. In this type of system, we'll have two or more conductors will have the same polarity, usually acted as a negative. The bridge middle points are always connected to ground. In this type of configuration, ground will be also acted as a return path. Since the corona effect in DC transmission line less for negative polarity, and homopolar link is usually operated with negative polarity. Yes, by the uses of these, by the terminals are acted as a negative polarity. Due to this negative polarity, the corona losses are less, as well as the interference to the communication lines also less. The return path for such a system is through a ground. Yes, in this type of system, ground will be acted as a return path. In the event of occurrence of fault in any one line, the power will be transmitted. The power can be transmitted through the remaining line, other line, with more than that of half of the rated power. With more than that of the half of the rated power. Why? Because if you look at this diagram, the current flowing through the converters, sending and side converters, same in direction. If you look at this thyristor valves, the current flowing through the, if you look at this thyristor valves, the direction of current flowing through the sending and side converters is same. The sum of incoming currents equals to sum of outgoing currents. The sum of incoming currents equals to minus I1 plus minus I2. Why? Because the current flowing through the same two converters are same in equal polarity. That's why the total current equals to I2. That's why in the occurrence of fault in any one line, the more than the top half of the rated power will be transmitted through LD phase with grounded return. These are the three types of HVDC links: monopolar, bipolar, and homopolar. Next, DC as a means of transmission. As already told you, DC as a means of transmission. Sometimes HVDC system is also known as power superhighway. Another name is HVDC system. Another name is power superhighway or electricity superhighway. DC transmission has been possible with the beginning of the DC transmission is designed beginning of high power or high current capability of thyristor. Why? Because in DC transmission we are transmitting the current, we are transmitting power or current voltage are more than that of plus or minus minimum 400 kV. And fast acting computerized control strategic techniques are required for operating the thyristor valves. Since our primary source of power is AC, the three basic steps are: first one, sending and side. Sending and side converter is nothing but rectifier. It converts the AC into DC. Next, that DC voltage will be transmitted over a long distances. Then receiving and side converter station is called inverter. Again, it converts the DC into AC towards the distribution grid side. Disadvantages of HVDC transmission system. Before discussing of disadvantages of HVDC system, we must discuss the what are the advantages of HVDC system. The power transfer capability per conductor is much more high. The power transfer capability of conductor is much more high. And one more advantage is ground can be used as a return path. Yes or no? The ground can be used as a return path. That means each terminal will be acted as a individual circuit. The ground is acted as a return path. That is the main advantage is in DC transmission system. And synchronization operation is not required. Synchronous operation is not required. Why? Because in DC, synchronous operation is not required. In AC, synchronous operation is required. That's why synchronous operation is not required in DC. So that stability will be improved in DC lines. Stability will be improved in DC lines. And power factor is unity. And power factor is always maintain unity in DC lines. That's why line reactive compensation is not required. Line reactive compensation is required. Only reactive compensation is required for converter only. Line reactive compensation is not required for DC lines. That is the one more advantage. And another advantage is there is no charging current. There is no charging current. That's why no skin effect, no Ferranti effect, no corona losses. Corona losses are less. Skin effect is completely absent. Ferranti effect is absent. No charging losses. In DC maintains always constant voltage, whereas AC the voltage will be always alternating. There is no charging current in DC network. That's why skin effect is completely absent. Corona losses are less, and Ferranti effect is less, and stability will be improved, and synchronous operation is not required. These are the main advantages of HVDC transmission system. And what are the disadvantages of HVDC transmission system? The disadvantages of HVDC transmission systems are conversion, switching, and control. Yes, converter station and switching controls are very, very difficult. and cost of the converter station is very high. Switching losses are also high. That is the main disadvantage. That is the main disadvantage of HVDC transmission system. The cost of converter station is high and switching losses are high. Next, expensive inverter with limited overload capacity. Yes, these converters will have limited, very little overload capacity. That is the main disadvantages. Higher losses in static inverters at a smaller transmission distance. Yes, HVDC transmission system will not suggestible for less than 200 kilometers. Why? Because while transmitting the power, the converter station is, the cost of the converter station is very high as compared to transmission distance. That's why HVDC transmission system will be preferred for greater than that of 500 kilometers, minimum 500 kilometers. Why? Because converter cost is very high. High voltage DC circuit breakers are difficult to build because some mechanisms must be included in the circuit breakers to force the current zero. Otherwise, arcing and contact wear would be too great to allow the reliable switchings. Yes, during the faulty condition, DC circuit breakers have to activate very quickly. That means the coordination is required in between the control strategies of thyristor and DC circuit breakers. Yes, still research is going on DC circuit breakers. During the faulty condition, circuit breakers have to operate very quickly. There is a coordination between, there will be a coordination between control strategy and DC circuit breakers. Next, HVDC is less reliable and lower availability than AC system. Yes, the converter cost is very high. That's why HVDC is less reliable and availability is also less than AC. Our, if you observe the any network, AC network is most of the cases AC network is only available mainly due to the extra conversion equipment. Yes, the cost of conversion equipment is high. These are the advantages and disadvantages of HVDC transmission system.